Dark Diaries.
Oh, my boil and ghouls, sometimes the echoes of the past don't just whisper, they scream for a sequel. Click that subscribe button and ring the bell icon, or you might miss the chilling continuation of The Awakening of Echoes. Will our haunted hero shine, or will he be dimmed forever? The long shadows of the Overlook Hotel had always stretched far beyond its rubble, reaching out like cold fingers, searching for Danny Torrance's psyche. The boy who had once roamed its haunted halls was now a man, his hair thinning, his eyes a little too accustomed to the darkness. Danny had made a modest life, a whisper of normalcy, working at a hospice where his shine brought solace to the dying, a light in the shadow of death. He had spent decades dulling the edges of his childhood trauma with the burn of alcohol, now replaced by the numbness of routine. The ghosts, however, do not forget, nor do they forgive. Danny's quiet existence began to quiver, a tremor in the calm waters of his mind. There was a ripple in the shine, a disturbance that echoed through the corridors of his memories. Abra, a teenager with a shine brighter than the beam of a lighthouse, had emerged. She was a prodigy in the psychic world, and with such gifts came predators. The True Knot, a group of parasitic wanderers, sought the steam of those like Abra to feed their own cursed immortality. It was a darkness that knew no bounds, a ravenous void. The girl's plea for help was a siren's call that Danny could not ignore. The time for hiding in the folds of everyday life was over. He would mentor her, teach her the ways of the shine and how to close one's mind, how to fight, how to hide in plain sight. Together, they wove through the pitfalls set by the True Knot, a dangerous dance with death. With every narrow escape, the horrors of Danny's past clawed their way closer to the surface, threatening to drag him back to the Overlook's phantom-filled halls. It was during a night of deep meditation that Danny encountered the essence of his late mother, a warm presence that still managed to send a chill down his spine. Her spectral touch was a balm, but her words were a blade. There was a Judas amongst them. The betrayal stung deeper than the bitterest winter chill of the Colorado Rockies. It came from a trusted face, a colleague at the hospice, who had bartered their souls for a taste of immortality. Facing this traitor, Danny was torn between the light of the shine and its darkest recesses, the parts that snaked back to the Overlook and its malevolent spirits. In that final confrontation at the hospice, it was not just a fight for survival, but a battle for Danny's very essence. And as the traitor lay defeated, Danny knew this was but a prelude to the war that awaited. The Overlook's remains called to him a perverse pilgrimage to confront the head of the True Knot, Rose the Hat, a woman whose whimsy masked a monstrous nature. Danny's return to the place of his childhood horrors was a march into the gaping mouth of his fears, a decision that etched his fate into the annals of those hallowed hauntings. Rose awaited in the skeleton of the Overlook, her confidence as unyielding as the mountains surrounding them. The hotel, eager to feast again, breathed an unnatural life, its echoes stirring at the presence of their kin. The chase through the hotel was a grotesque mirror of Danny's childhood run from madness, but this time he was not alone. Abra stood by him, their shine intertwined. In the crescendo of their psychic duel, Danny embraced the sacrificial destiny that had been carved out for him from the moment he had first set foot in the Overlook. With the courage of a martyr, he turned the spectral inhabitants against Rose, a maelstrom of spirits that hungered for the corrupt steam she carried. The hotel itself seemed to scream in a convergence of the living and the dead, and as Danny's life force ebbed away, he ignited the destruction of the Overlook, a purifying inferno to consume the wickedness it had birthed. The final chapter of Danny Torrance was one written in self-sacrifice, a legacy that transcended the shine, ensuring that the darkness would no longer awaken echoes in the minds of those like Abra. The Overlook was no more, and with it, the True Knot's reign of terror was extinguished. Danny's last breath was a whisper of peace, a lullaby for the restless spirits, including his own, now finally free to rest. And as the Overlook crumbled, so did our ghastly group's hopes of immortality. What a burning desire to live forever, only to be snuffed out by a torrent of fire. Leave us a comment below, and tell us, would you have entered those haunted halls? Fright fans, click next for more chills and hit subscribe to join our ghastly gang. You see, who dares to miss out, so watch our next video.